Yourself?
I don't know what I did, but I decided to dive into Tibetan Buddhism.
Oh,
I
that's
would,
cool.
yeah,
Wow.
I would caution you about that. It's
Pretty complex, isn't it?
yeah, I mean, they didn't leave any stone unturned. Let's put it that way. There's not a thing that can go on in your mind and body that isn't linked directly to their infinite structure of everything.
Uh,
Let me get a pair of glasses so I can see what we're doing. So across the river is a guy named Bob Thurman. You may have heard of him.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know who he is. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So anyhow, he's recently, even with all this nonsense, he's managed to hold some pretty good seminars. Oops, let me get you in here. Some pretty good seminars, and he's got some pretty good people over there. But you know, it gets esoteric really quickly, and you know, and I'm glad I've got the background that I have. But you know, and these people, you know, I don't know who's in the audience. I really can't imagine these people in the audience because he says, "Okay, now y'all, have you read this, you know, exotic book or something like that?" And you know, everybody's read this book. I'm going, you know, I've heard of the book, but I haven't read all these fucking books, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyhow, you know, and there is this kind of emptiness about Buddhism, which is, you know, kind of sad, right? I mean, it's not sad, it's supposed to be joyful, but existentially, it's kind of bleak, you know. It's not all warm and fuzzy inside, you know. And then, I mean, you know, there are Buddhists who are happy and fun, but you know, there has this very weighty aspect to it. So, anyhow, so what do you got cooking?
So well, first I want to talk about the approved. I'm not so sure that we should. I think we should prove almost anything that comes our way. Now get this, because the way I don't think that reading stories should be judged in terms of when we assign something to someone and they want to do it. I think they're doing it at the best of their ability. Now mind you, it may not be the best according to us, but maybe it's the best to them. And the only way you approve on anything is by doing more. So I to be honest, I don't know if I want to squash the feeling of someone who maybe initially isn't very good at what they're doing. I prescribe to the almost like the Japanese teacup, where we make a mistake and they or the teacup breaks and they fill it full of gold or silver lining. I kind of like that. That's what I was thinking about that. When okay, should, or how we're going to go through this approve thing. I'll
Well,
go.
first of all, part of me is agreeing with you. Just so you know, you haven't got opposition. Part of me is agreeing with you because, first of all, then you get the inspiration of the person reading, and also there is a certain audience for that person, and they're going to reach them anyhow, right?
Yeah,
And
right.
so, and if we have two or three versions of the same story, people are going to want to hear the different versions just to see what it's like. Sarah found out that she had to memorize the entire story to be able to tell it, and because of that, it's changed her entire life because these fables are now becoming integrated into her consciousness.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm sorry I can't make this thing sort of there. I guess I can put it in my lap. There we go. All right, so I kind of agree. I think what we could do, though, is make some recommendations. I think we could probably ask people to, light their faces and keep the room darker than their faces so that there's more emphasis on the speaker rather than on the random background. Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, I have a random background with me right now, and you have a random background with you, and we don't mind because we think it's funny. But it's distracting sometimes. The other thing is, I think they're going to be people like, I'm trying to get some response from my brother, and I'm having a feeling that doing a voiceover for him will be like a piece of cake. Getting him to sit down with a video camera will engage his professional vanity, in which case, you know, it could be months before we see anything. But back to your point, I think I agree with the caveat that we should make some recommendations.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So.
Because I know, for my brother's music, in my eyes, he does incredible music, but he doesn't have the greatest voice. But for
Right.
there's a message, behind it, and he's been doing it for 4 years. I mean, let's put it this way, he's doing it out of love.
Right.
And a lot of times, you may have there's some popular musicians probably out there who are doing it just solely for the money, solely for the fame. They're not
Yeah.
doing
it, there's some regular old people out there who are doing it for the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just wanna, I was thinking about that, and the way I look at it too. Who am I to judge someone's recital? Granted, I like your point. We should have suggestions. That's a good one. So I definitely.
Yeah, production suggestions, or production considerations.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
For audio only, because what I think I'm going to ask is I'm going to see if we can, if we get partial stuff. Some people are going to send us, like that woman Margot. I'm sure that she spent a fortune on those videos, or somebody did, because those were perfectly produced. In case you hadn't noticed.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That was, every aspect of it was magnificent, including her and her recitation, which again I think was a memorization. I mean, it was just from her knowledge of it.
And also, when we get some money, I kind of want to. I had a friend of mine who was a software developer, and
right.
When I got stuck about 3 or 4 times, I couldn't figure something out. So I called him at work. So basically, I just kind of want to give him some kind of in the future a gift card, to a restaurant or something.
Right. Yeah. No, I like the idea. The gift cards are actually a very good way of doing things, because they're, first of all, they're untraceable, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
Which means that they're not taxable items. They're just gift cards.
So I kind of like when people help me out, especially when they're at work.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So he took the time off, to help me. Right. He's a great guy. So.
Well, we should probably think of what kind of budget, aka slush fund we need. And did you mention a number once? Did you have a number in mind once upon a time?
I imagine like something even like $500. Don't you think?
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm thinking about $5,000. But when we talked about
5,000. Yeah.
Yeah, when you were talking about your friend the illustrator, I don't know. I mean, as much as I want it illustrated, I don't want to spend 95% of our budget on any one particular aspect of the project. That's all.
Yeah, I agree with you. And right now, to be honest, he really doesn't have time. He's going back to he's our age, and he's going back to school to learn programming. So he's kind of busy. He says until 10 o'clock at night, and 7 days a week, he's
But
working on
this,
it.
this bullshit about being over 60 is such a crock.
Exactly.
I mean, finally we know how to do the things you're supposed to do, and we know how to get along with people most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, okie dokie. Well, my
Oh.
eyes are open. My eyes are open. Sort
So
of.
let me share my screen.
What do you eat? Are you a vegetarian? Are you a vegetarian?
Well,
mostly.
Yeah, mostly. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I'm mostly I prefer I only eat like vegetarian. I'm sorry, like organic food. And it's kind of I would say my diet is kind of simple.
Yeah. Yeah, I like organic too. It's I find that it's well worth the difference in price.
Can you see my screen?
I can.
Okay. So
yes.
So the first thing that I did.
That's very. First of all, I like this a lot.
Oh, let me go to. Can I move this over? Come on now. Oh, hold on. I gotta.
Except I'm going to encourage you to go serif.
Yeah, we can do anything. Yeah. Okay. So getting started. Yeah. Okay. So here we are. So the first thing I did, whenever I start any program, I try to my mind that says, okay, we need to have a database, and we need ways to get that data. So before I start designing anything, the UI or anything, first we need to do that. So there's a thing, a technology called web APIs.
Yes.
And so web APIs, let me show you right here. So these are all the web APIs that I did for the whole thing. So for example, so animal types. So when I need to get the animal types, I hit in get, and so this calls my APIs, and so this is where I get all my animals. You see that?
Oh, good. Yeah.
So on that, and this is how it gets called. So I imagine at some time this will be on Jakarta.fun server. So
yeah, don't forget how to spell it. JAT.
Yeah, JAT. Yep. Yeah. So and so they call this service, and then they get their data. So I did everything for this. So you get the animal types. We get the story APIs. So if I get let's see, I'll show you here. Let's see.
Heck, it's like New Wave Publishing, for crying out loud.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is how publishing should be done.
So on here, I gave it the ID for the Jakarta ID, and then it came in, went through the service, and it brings back all the stuff that we need. So it gives the animal type, the moral, there's like comments and an actual story. So I did this for all, so basically the entire program, whenever I need to get any data, it goes against this. So
okay.
So and for example, on here on the YouTube videos, I have the Jataka ID, which goes against the URL, and so that for each story, we may have like 2 or 3 different
versions.
YouTube videos, versions of it. Correct.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So the next step that I did uh, is that we, so we're getting started. So we insert a new story,
Oh, nice.
and then we can edit stories. So if you want to edit an existing story,
Does that mean we can change poorly translated grammar and stuff like
yeah,
that?
exactly. So we
Okay.
bring up, this. I
Wow, nice.
And so then it gives us, our animal types. It gives us, the actual story itself, the moral, so
Oh,
on.
look at all those animals. Jesus.
Yeah, no, a lot, isn't there? Yeah.
Can you send me that list of animals?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, because I've got the guy. He's actually in Seattle or Portland. I can never tell the difference.
Uh-huh.
And he's a great illustrator, and he's enjoying this.
Oh, cool. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So yeah.
So on that, I got,
Yeah.
I've done 3 so far. Where actually I even put it up on YouTube. Remember, as I said, we're not going to wait for anybody. So I'm just
No. Okay.
each day I'm doing a different one. So so in here I have YouTube, and so
Right.
then I did a YouTube video,
Right.
where we're then in there, and then I have a thing called progress. Progress is it was a way, that, let's say, when I first started, this to-do list had everything, all the stories that we need to get inputted.
Right.
And one by one, this list shrank, and then this list posted grew. So
Okay.
so that way we can see basically what's been done. Then I have this, which we may take out, but this depends upon
I think that's a great idea. And we'll worry about the copyright someday when we can afford a lawyer.
Okay, and then I have read. So basically this puts us in a mode, a whole screen all by itself.
Right.
So a person can actually read it.
So how many stories you got in there?
I got everything that we have. Those 2 books, I have everything that EB has done.
Oh, good.
So on that, so these are admin tools right here. So the general public will never see this. This is only for people like you and I, or whoever we designate as editors. And
Right.
now another thing we have is a project status. So project status, so let's go to so far I've only done a couple of these. So let's go to like Granny's Blackie. I did this a couple of days ago. So there's an existing reader. So on the existing, oops, okay, I see here, new read. Oh, wait a second here. Okay, so then I got Richard Fletcher, and so it asked me, do you want to continue with this existing reader? So on that, so imagine, let's say your brother is doing the same thing.
Right.
So on that, what we do is we click on Michael Nuri, and then this will come up, so this is me doing this. So I got the other title. I got the illustrators, when they're doing their work. I got the music. I had my brother do the music, so I got the start date and stop date. I got my date, so readers and stop, and then I got my post to YouTube, yes or no. So
okay, and can you add to these people?
Yeah, so basically this is all data driven. So as you give me, more illustrators, readers, dancers, music.
Okay, you would add them.
Yeah, and so it's stored in the database. So we never have to, this interfaces as we add,
Right.
people, this will change and get updated accordingly. So I do everything data driven. So I don't want to have anything, hard coded.
Right. Right. That makes sense. Yes.
So and you see, so it's pretty simple. Fill out the forms and you hit save. So I try to do something super simple. Now this title right here, that I changed that to Jataka Tales, and
Right.
unfortunately it's cached on the server. So
That's
I have
all
to do
right.
some research to figure out how. So this has got to change and this has got to change. I changed it about 5 days ago, but
Right.
for some reason, when this loads up on my server, it's still this and that. The header
Yeah.
is
One,
cached.
my mini mission is to flush out all the confusion in the Jataka tales. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you bothered to watch any of the cartoon versions online, but they're so horrendous that they're embarrassing, is what they are.
Yeah.
I
So,
don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
oh, no, go. Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, they're hideous.
So on that, I don't think we have to change too much because this is just for the admins. Now,
Right,
for the actual users now,
right,
this is where that they're going to come in,
right,
and so here you can search for a particular story. So if they do a search right here.
right.
So I did pretty simple. So you can put in, you can search by a title, or you want to see, hey, I want to see all the kings. So you click on the kings, and you do a search, and now all the kings that we have all the stories are going to come up with kings.
How do they come up?
Oh, right here.
On the right-hand side, I see that. But
And now on that,
is there a list? Is there a list of stories?
yeah, right here. So if we go back to search,
Mm-hmm.
and then right here, so we click Beauty and Brownie, and if we do a search, this now gives us that. But then also I have the YouTube, so I got the YouTube video. I got the same thing as before in the admin, where we could read a chapter. So
Oh, nice.
so this allows us,
Nice work, Richard.
yeah, thanks, yeah.
Yeah, nice work.
And then I also have a PDF generator, which, as you say, we'll have to go through legal with that. But
Yeah, well, we might just get away with putting a statement that copyrights belong to the respective copyright holders. That stuff.
So you can search by any of the elements. You can copy, and any, if you know anything in the story, you can put search by that, search by comments. Let's say if I want to see everything that's foolish, click on that, and then there's the foolish timid rabbit.
Yeah.
So then I think that's okay. That was the end of that one. So if we go back, search. So now on here, if I don't put any parameters at all, it just starts through, the beginning. So it gives us, for each one, okay, that's the turtle, and the morals out fox, and so this just goes one by one. So whatever comes across in your search criteria, a person can see exactly what was there.
Now, can you? Oh, I see. So how many boxes can you do at a time? One?
Oh no, you can do a combination. So let's go here back to search, search, and let's say I want to have all the deers, let's say, and the king.
So they're all ands. This is all, we're anding, right?
Yeah. So this will go through and show us, all the kings and the deer.
Right.
So So there's the banyan deer right there.
And where would the next story be?
Oh, the next story. Let's see here. The king's white elephant. See that?
Yeah. And where would I find that story?
Oh, okay. Oh, where would oh,
I'm lost between search and result.
oh, okay. So when you do a search, okay,
Yeah.
let's do that again. So here's search.
Just
And
pick
so,
one category. Pick crow.
okay. All right. So I do a search, and then automatically it comes up, does the search, and now I can do next. So
Oh,
next.
okay. Does it tell us how many results there are?
I can do that. I haven't put that in, but
Okay.
that's super. Yeah, I should definitely add that because
Yeah.
when the records come back, that's how I do my pagination. I know exactly how many records. So
Oh, good.
I
All right.
I can add that.
Great.
Uh-huh. So that in a nutshell is what I got. At some point we can replace these guys, with our own,
I think we're doing good. I don't think you can mess with a lotus, my friend.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
So as you say, this is super simple.
But it should be, because this is exactly sort of teacher level. It's perfect for teachers. I even like the name for teachers.
Mhm.
Dradika Fund. It's actually good. It's not sounding like, oh, here we're going to give you Buddhist religion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because all that stuff about Buddhism not being a religion, trust me, by the time you're done looking into Tibetan Buddhism, you're so deep in religion you can't even find the door.
Oh,
It is so thick. I think there's a way to heaven, which is just living in Dharamsala. It's just that's
well,
basically you have to be a monk for 12 years before anybody pays any attention to you.
yeah.
God help you if you got enlightened on the third year. You'd have to hang out for 9 years eating burgers before anybody would pay any attention to you.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's really great work. I'm very impressed. That's really good work.
oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you send me a list of animals, I'm going to send them on to Brian and a guy named Mel Chen and another guy named Mark Scott. And these are unusual kinds of illustrators. We're not going to get the typical stuff back from them. But I like the idea of getting different kinds of interpretations of these animals. I'm thinking of just I bought a bunch of these books. I'm thinking of just in terms of karma, I can't imagine anything that isn't good karma about this. So if maybe I can buy 100 of these books and just send them to everybody and get people to illustrate them and read them. Just get what we can get. And then because you've made it sort of like we can do that, because if it goes in, we can put it in the database, and then if we decide to, oh, that's what you need to have. You need to have something if it's not ready, or with all respect to what you just said about, we're not going to judge it if there's something that's not ready, or that you and I have not approved for whatever reason. It's the lighting was bad, or we know they're going to do it again, or they used obscenities or whatever. There should be a hold, status on them.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't want, I can see, people are going to send them in. Oh, where are people? I need to know that. Where do people send them to, and how do they send them?
Yeah. I don't know. Can we send MP4s to Google? I mean, I'm not. I never.
Gmail used to allow you to send everything. I think Gmail's gotten a little shy these days.
Yeah,
And I don't know whether COVID blew their circuits or not, you know.
Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna try to send one to you and see what happens.
Right. Okay. To my email.
Yeah, to your email.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, do you have enough information to link up Jodica Fund to whatever you need to hook it up to?
Well, now we got to find a server where we can do it, I think the next step is we need to do a GoFundMe to get some money. I don't want to come out of our pockets.
Right. Well,
To do that.
I'm good for a couple $100, you know. Anyhow, just in interim. I don't want to slow down the project while we wait for souls to.
Okay, so here's beauty and so I did 3 so far that they're on our channel.
Okay, they're on.
Hey,
They're on
oh,
the.
look at this. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't know we could do this.
What's that?
I just sent it to you, and I didn't get any problems from uh, Gmail. So you
Nope.
just
Okay, so let me see if I got it. Hang on. Gmail. Here we go. Okay, Richard Fletcher attachments, Beauty and Brownie MP3.
oh,
So that's
I want an MP4. So I'm sorry, I sent the wrong one.
okay, but that's all right. Send the MP4. We know MP3s work now.
Yeah. Okay. So
See, I think there are going to be people like my brother who are going to say, "Great, I'll knock out 10 of them," but I just he's just going to be voice only, because he's got I don't know what happens with his professional life if he starts doing. He did some stuff for the Dalai Lama, and it's on some exotic site that you can't get at very easily.
oh yeah.
Yeah, but where he read, something about the life of the Dalai Lama, they turned it into a DVD, which was a fundraiser kind of thing, but he didn't use his face. He just used his voice. And I think he makes a certain portion of his living off of his voice.
So I can send it, but it goes to my Google Drive, but I can share it. So we're one person. So I'm
Right.
with the person I'm sending it to. So let's see what happens.
Okay. Okay, here we go. MP4 coming up now. Okay, so it says open in Google Drive. Okay, so the idea is if somebody sends us something, the worst case is it goes to Google Drive from where it can be downloaded, or do we need permission from them to download it? Okay, here's Brownie and Beauty. I'm hitting the screen here. Whoops. What do I need to do to download it? Whoops. Oh, the fucking thing isn't letting me do that. Oh, let's see. I have a little Google Drive arrow. Let's see if it goes up there. Open in Google Drive, save to Drive, open. So you have to save it to Drive
Okay.
first.
And
then I think I have to go to Google Drive.
Yeah.
And see what I find. Third in 10 minutes. See, this is okay. I got the MP4. It puts it at the top of your Google Drive heap.
Oh, it does. Okay. So,
And
and you click
so
on it, does it run?
I'm clicking.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Um, Video is still processing. So it isn't on my drive. The link is on my drive.
Oh, the link is. Okay, okay.
And
All right.
it says it's on my drive, but actually it's just referring to the link on your drive. And then let's see if it actually allows me to open it up. Come on. Uh-oh. See, I don't like the kids who are programming these days. They really don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. They don't bother to go through the whole process, beginning to end. Video is still processing. The video is still processing, like goes out. So something should happen, right?
Yeah, yeah, right.
Right? That would be the normal thing, right? So nothing happened. I go click on the little file icon, nothing happens. I click on the little dialog box, nothing happens. It doesn't let me out of the dialog box. Then I click on this other box, which says Beauty and Brownie MP4. I click on that. Add to started, make available offline, send a copy, open. Oh, it allows me to open in something. Oh, how crappy. So let's open in what?
Chrome.
Oh, okay. So it's preparing to export. So in other words, Google is not prepared to give anybody any data until they've committed all the way that they want to do it and store it on their machine, on their account. So the old days of Google just copying data hither, here, and there are all gone.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So now it's asking me. So I think I can open it in Chrome. Oh no, Chrome. Whoops. No, Chrome can't do it. Copy link. So what it is it's a link. What I received was a link.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. And when I try to make a copy or anything else, sorry. Open. It says it's downloading it right now. This is the second time.
Okay.
And now it drops me off. There's a video that it drops it down and it's saying, where do you want to put it? I can upload it to Vimeo, which I recommend you don't get involved with. I think I can put it in an album. And I can put it into, let me just try putting it into an album. Post. Okay, so I can put it, let's see if it allows me to really put it in something. Well, of course, you know, in Apple world, there's no such thing as a video. It's all called photos.
Yeah.
And so it's been added to the photos. It says it's just been updated, and yet I don't see it. Tell me this isn't frustrating. Oh, here we go. Somehow, if I go to For Me,
Cool.
hang on.
Beauty and Brownie.
There we go.
Two deer named Beauty and Brownie
Yeah.
lived with their father and mother and great herds of deer in the forest. One day, her father called them.
Where'd you get the drums from?
and said,
Oh, that's my brother's music. He's got tons of music out there. So I just
Great.
Best for you to go
And
where
how did you
your
mix it in? Just with something simple?
Yeah, I got this program called Audacity. Oh, it's such a cool program.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Where does it run?
it runs on Windows. I don't know if it runs on a Mac. Let me do a share screen and show you
Okay.
how simple it is. I've been using this for everything that I've done.
Okay, the only slight thing I saw was an overlap of the title on the Jataka.fun.
Yeah, what that is, that title comes up, the name of the
Right.
story comes up, and then it disappears.
Right. So maybe we should,
Maybe we
in the
should
graphic,
have that then.
well, maybe I'll work on I like the simplicity of the Jataka fun. But maybe we put the Jataka up or down or something.
Yeah.
So the title can come up and disappear all by itself.
And you must not take your herd near the villages where hunters live.
Okay, good.
So Beauty and Brownie and their herds.
So
set out. Beauty
on your readers, you give them names, right?
Yeah, I give it. Yeah, for the readers. What I use the names that you sent me.
Okay, good. All right, because I think in the end, keep in mind who I am in software. I did rule a gang of software programmers, but my job was to shape the software to fit into an environment, whether it was educational software or corporate training or whatever it was. So my job is always to take the software and make sure it plays well in a certain environment. So I'm thinking that, here we are, the teacher has access to this site and the tool that you've modified for. I'm seeing this teacher sitting there wishing, gee, if I just had some good stories. And then she goes online and she finds this thing and then she can read it, or she goes, gee, I like the way Rich reads it. So I'm just gonna hit on Rich and see all the versions that are done by Rich or Sarah or Michael,
Yeah, and basically that's going to be pretty simple because for each, let's say your brother did one and I did one for the same exact one.
Right.
All I have to do is yeah, I have all the data there. So now the next thing is, okay, we want to do it by readers. So if you want to see, let's say all the readers, I can have a drop down box.
Yeah.
And you click on Michael Nuri, and then it will go through and display all the stories that he's done along with all the videos. So
great.
That's phase 2, on our.
Okay, good. All right, good. But we can do that.
I already thought about that.
Okay, because I think the readers actually become as important as the story.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's to the point of what you just said, is certain readers are going to reach certain people, period.
Mm-hmm. So that's the next phase that I can do on our the homepage. So you have search, and then we can do a search by reader.
Okay, just 1 second. I got a potential reader on here who's asking. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. You're there. Okay, just trying to get you back. Apple has this very funny way of hiding everything. If you only knew. So if I'm trying to get Okay, here we go. There we go. We're back. So, okay, and I think the same drop down technology could work with the stories as well. So if you pick, you know, elephant or horse or whatever it is, you know, you would see all the names of the ones, and then you can pick whichever one you want. It would be nice if it stayed up there so that, you know, like you could pick it and you see, you know, this one, this one, this one, and then you sort of pick around, and all of a sudden you know you see the different stories. It's sort of a nice. See, this is what they don't have. Okay, there is no way to do, you know, what you're doing now. There is, I mean, the nonsense, the shoveling that I've had to do to get through to these Jataka tales, I can't even tell you. It's just mine. I haven't even read them all. I'm so busy sorting through the mountain of poor compilations and sources. You know, it's terrible. So
Let me go back into, let's see, home.
So basically, we can tell people they can send us to an email address, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
MP3 or MP4 to whatever the email is. I've forgotten.
Yeah, Jakarta fun. Then we do it. Yeah, I forgot exactly at gmail.com.
Okay,
So,
good. Good.
So on that, so right here, how do you search for a particular story? So we do search for a story, and then I'm going to have a button, search for a story by reader. So imagine you click on that, and see right now. Let's go back again. So this, and see we have title here. So what I'm going to do now, instead of title, I'm going to have a reader. So I'll
Right.
Yeah.
And don't worry about the interface. You and I can, you know, worry about all that interface shit later. It's just, that's all I want to do is make sure that we could do, we could also do Illustrator. You know, you got moral.
Yeah.
You've got moral, you've got animal, you've got reader, and you've got Illustrator.
Right.
Okay, so in other words, and I think we could also do you know, what Google used to have, which is I'm feeling lucky.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Remember that? Just I'm feeling lucky.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there's nothing wrong if these are all numbered. The stories are all numbered, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I have a Jataka ID for each one of these.
Okay, and that's hard numbered, right?
That's hard number. Correct.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So, and are we presenting that hard number to our readers? Or are they seeing a soft number of some kind?
Yeah, they're not seeing a number right now.
Okay. Well, I would strongly recommend that there's a number, having played around with indexing philosophy for too much of my life.
Yeah. The back end is heavily, you know, the Jataka ID is the main key. That's how I tie all my other tables together.
Oh, okay.
So for
how ugly is the key?
Oh, it's a real simple key. It's just the Jataka ID. Let me check here. Let me show you my database.
Right. I just wonder. I mean, is it HDXX5521 or is it?
Oh, it's just real simple. It's a number. Yeah. Here. Let me see here. Whoops. Sorry.
Because what I'm getting at, Richard, is you and I are probably going to be the guys responsible for making the definitive index of Jataka tales. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, you and I will be dead for 100 years, and of all the works that we've done, we'll be the ones that did the indexing of these tales. Okay. And you think I'm kidding?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. I guess we gotta. That's one thing that we gotta work on then. You know, I just did a real simple IDs. You know, starting from one, and I increment it as I went along.
Okay. Did you follow the initial thing of EB, or did you just put them in as they came in?
I put it in as they came in.
Okay, so let's put another. If you can stand having another field, let's do story number, unique story number.
Yeah, okay. Let me just, let's see here. Hold on, let's go.
You know what I mean by unique story number?
Yeah.
That means even if we have 10 versions of, the girly elephant, they're all called number 25,
Yeah. Okay, let's go to share screen.
And you don't have to agree with me, but this is my opinion. Because trying to hunt down all the source material, I am lost in space between the different publications, and I'm sitting here with a stack of them right next to me, and it's like, holy shit. And I was talking to Sarah the other night, and she said, oh yeah, I'm reading the one that's this, that, and the other thing. And she said, you read that one, haven't you? And of course I knew it by name, but no, I hadn't had a chance to read it yet. And I've been reading Chautauqua Tales for 4 months now. So who knows? And I watch them on TV or on YouTube, whatever.
So here is my all the tables that I have. So
okay.
So I have this, see this Jakarta Master. This was the okay, select. This is the a master table that is all of EBs, so that's the 2 books that she did.
Right.
Then so as I entered, so as you can see, I got the Roman numerals. See that? So I used her the system for Roman numerals. And
right.
I used the Jakarta IDs. So I then generated a Jakarta ID, and then I also generated a Roman numeral, which is associated with that.
Okay.
So this was the original, and then I have stories. So stories is, let's see here. Basically, when I started, from the beginning of the Jakarta Master, and then this is where for each a story like the Golden Goose, and right. All these, I then have a category name, and the category name I have a table that right now we did EB, but in the future we may want to
expand.
Expand. You got your American Indians, you got
right.
The Jains. So
yeah.
So basically, I did this database to be extremely flexible. So
good.
So and then I have the title. So the title associates with my Jakarta ID, and then I have a lookup table. So if a person, if we don't like the title name, we don't want to go through the hassle of looking where that is. I have a lookup table, so all we have to do is to change the title name. Okay, and then this is animal types. So this is where I use numerics, and I have a lookup table.
Right.
Right here.
Right.
This is my lookup table.
Yeah.
So then, if I accidentally spelled, elephant wrong, I don't want to hard code that. I can just go into my lookup table and change it accordingly.
See, there are some advantages to being dyslexic.
Yeah. Then I have moral type. I have a lookup table for that. And then this is the actual story itself. So
right.
So I got that stored.
Is that a one big field, or is it?
Yeah, that's one big field. That's a string.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's a good way. I agree with you. I think it's a great way to do it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So on the user name, meaning the reader handle name, you know, what the reader is going to know. They're going to know the name of the story, the Golden Goose, and
Yeah.
then we're going to give the Golden Goose a number. Okay.
Yeah, and I have that right now. Let's see here. Oh, I guess I can go see. So let's go back to our screen. So right now I have two systems. So when a person clicks on this, how the monkey saved his troop, and let's say and do a search. At this point, I can show them the two different ways of seeing it. One is going to be the Jataka, just a numeric ID, you know,
Right.
and the other way I can show them the Roman numerals. In my database, I know the relationship between.
Okay, Roman numeral you've assigned correctly.
Yeah,
correct?
exactly.
Okay.
So what it is, I have a program that takes a number, and then I convert it to a Roman numeral.
Okay.
So
Now,
we don't have to worry about, you know.
okay, but in terms of the Arab numeral, that's based on what? EB?
Well, for now, it's based on us because they don't have.
They don't have a number.
Yeah,
Okay.
they don't. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. So let's give that a little more consideration.
Yeah.
Because I think it should be something like this. I'm not saying this is what it is. I'm saying this is the discussion. The discussion is it should each story be unique. So if it's the Golden Goose, it's the Golden Goose, Golden Goose, Golden Goose. And let's say the Golden Goose is number 5 out of 500. Well, for eternity, the Golden Goose will be number 5. If there are different readers, it would be 5A, 5B, 5C, and let's hope they're not more than 26. But if there are more than 26, it would be 26, you know, I mean, you know, it would be 5ZA or whatever, 5ZZ or, you know, but it just, the idea is that each story, if I'm a kid, I want to hear that elephant story. I'm going to say, oh, it's the elephant story. Or, oh, there are 10 elephant stories. Well, which one is it? It's the one with the gray elephant or the one with a black elephant, whatever. And then they go, oh, yeah, that's story 5. And the kid's going to remember 5. That's what he's going to remember. He's going to remember 5 after a while. It's the black elephant. Which one? 5. And then and they can bring it up instead of, oh, here's an elephant and you're finding 10 other elephants. And then, you know, some people might argue, well, it's good that they find things that, you know, fuck that, because that's Google's way of pissing everybody off. Okay. In other words, if you know what something is and you want to find it, okay, that's why I like Wikipedia. If I want to find something, I go to Wikipedia, and when I'm inside of Wikipedia, you know, I make my donation to Wikipedia, and Wikipedia doesn't screw with me when I'm inside of Wikipedia. If I'm inside of Jataka Tales, you know, I can be inside there, and all I have to do is go, okay, I want an elephant, or I want a word like Blackie, or I just want story 5. Bang, I get story 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see here, the Golden Goose. Okay, so imagine on the Golden Goose, they do a search on that, and then they hit YouTube. This automatically is going to bring up all the YouTube videos for the Golden Goose. You know, these are different. You know, stories, but I just, because I knew that question was going to be brought up. So this is how. So I basically, so when a person pulls a story, well, I have a hard time hearing. I'm not hearing you.
That is, you made the artwork for these, for the YouTube. We used to call them, hang on, we call poster pages.
Yeah, posted. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Poster pages. In other words, if that's the movie poster right there.
Right.
Okay, good. All right. I need to know what the size of that is. You know, when you find out, you know,
Okay.
whether it's 3x4 or 300 by 400 or 800 by 1200, whatever it is, let me know.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, I can just go. Hold on for 1 second here.
Yeah.
I can even tell you right now. Let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. Admin. Okay. The top search.
So you see where right now you see the tree that acted like a something, you know, and there's your face, your mug right there.
Yeah.
You can keep the mug. That's not a bad place for the storyteller. But you know what I want to have is Jodica Tale 5. You know what I'm saying? So that it's, you know, it's, and I don't mind making all 500 of them if I have to. But I'm just saying, you know, the kid, you know, and maybe it has an elephant on it, you know, maybe it has a bird on it. But, you know, this is where I want to get the advantage of printed media back to the real world, because, you know, everything you can do with data is fantastic. But the trouble with data is it's like the matrix. You just get lost in the matrix.
Yeah.
And I don't want children to be lost in the matrix. I want them to go, oh, I want to see the one on the elephant. And then there are 5 elephant ones, and they want Blackie, or they want the one with the 5 monks or whatever. And they can, you know, they can quickly, or the teacher can quickly go through. That's an interesting consideration too. What's the difference between a teacher and a student reader? It doesn't have to be any difference at all, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't. No.
It's just yeah.
So on it, I have an iframe, so it's 420 by the width, and height is 345.
Okay, if you could just send that to me, that would be nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's a very inexpensive. Okay, that's a very low res poster, but that's fine. It looks good anyhow. It looks terrific.
Okay.
I like it. All righty, so you're doing great work. I'm just really impressed as can be.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
And again, my bias, my job is to make sure that this is something that fits in the reader's hands, so to speak.
Yeah.
So that she can turn the pages and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't, you know, right now, apparently the new thing is that what I call toilet paper. So if you want to see something, if you go to Instagram, it's toilet paper. You scroll down. So page turning is, as a metaphor, is gone, except even in Instagram, they have toilet paper, but on a given day, then it's sideways on a given day. So you go up and down, but when you get to a certain day, if more than one data point has been entered into that day, then you swipe sideways to see it, which is about as intuitive as Catholicism. So, you know, right? Yeah, just cross ourselves and we can find anything we need.
So I think we've gone a long ways, you know.
Well, you've gone a long ways. I got to catch up with you. But I think what I want to do is I'm just going to buy a bunch of these books. I've already sent out about a dozen of them practically. And I think I'm just going to get more of them because they're good places to begin. And then the guidelines, I'm going to have to put together some guidelines, production guidelines and suggestions. I like your word suggestions, but guidelines and suggestions. In other words, light your face from the front, keep the room dark, put the mic closer to your face. I don't know if we even care whether they read it out of a book or not. It's nice when they're just looking at people. You know, we want everybody to be like Margot, but not everybody's going to be like Margot, right?
Yeah, and for me, I'm just doing it, just having our logo and read it behind the scenes. I kind of like that because, to be honest, my room isn't too good for lighting, and so I'll leave, you know, to the professionals like your brother and Margot, you know, to have their face.
Yeah, but we could have general guidelines, which you light the face from the front.
Yeah.
You turn off the lights in the back. I mean, that's something any, you know, monkey can do, even you. And then have the microphone nearby. That's all.
Yeah.
And we've already found out now that when you lock down the, so you're going to send me the list of.
Yeah, let me do that right now.
Send me the list of that. Send me the size of the screen. Send me the, and then I'm going to make some suggestions on the hardwired, the reader number. Okay, we'll call it reader number, story number.
Okay.
Unique story number. Okay. I guess it's a unique story ID, but there's going to be, the thing is, this story will have, that's the part that you're going to have to iron out a little bit, is we want the user just to go, oh, it's story number 5, and that there are 6 versions of story 5, that's okay. But we want the golden goose to be story 5, is what I'm saying. And we want Brownie to be story 6, and then Brownie will always be story 6.
Yeah, and that's currently that's how it exists right now.
Okay. But if we have 2 readers of the same thing?
Well, if they have 2, it doesn't make any difference. You know, the 2 readers of the same thing.
What do you get when you type in 5?
Well, right now, okay, well, let me just show you. Okay, first, let's go, I just sent you the animals.
Okay.
From the database. Hold on,
Yeah.
let me now go to share screen. Okay.
So this process that you and I are doing right now, this is a familiar process to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this collaborative software design. Yeah, you're really very good at it. I really wish we lived closer so we could just see each other.
I know, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be great. I'm thinking of renting an automobile and just driving or whatever, getting a Greyhound ticket, whatever, just going.
Yeah, so let me go to, okay, hold on for 1 second. This, and go to,
I've got an IP guy, and you know, I could send him some money just to ask him some questions, which would be okay. But I think you're right. We need to raise, I don't know. I think we should raise something modest at first, like a few $1,000s.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and then maybe later go for, you know, the people who do it well, they go to raise $7,000 and they raise, you know, ridiculous amounts of money if people like it. You know, again, what I like is that, you know, we're making it available for free. Sometimes people like it if they think that they're getting something. And I'm sort of a little conflicted about what that means, you know.
So right now, suppose your brother and I both did the golden goose.
Right.
Okay. So how simple as that is, they hit search, and then they go to YouTube.
Yeah.
So let's say it was not only me, it was your brother, but we had Margot. So this would be Margot, you know, Richard and Michael. And
you would see that on the Jataka Fun screen, right?
Yeah, right now, this is how the website would exist.
Okay, and then you click on this, and then you're in YouTube, or YouTube is embedded in this.
YouTube is embedded in this. So I just click on this.
Okay, and it plays,
Yep.
and you can go full screen.
Yeah, you can go full.
Okay, so you're picking from the results come up, and you're picking from the results.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Okay, I gotta take a break and go work out, but this has been very good, and we can work again soon. Okay, and I will I'd like to work with you on a task list and a I think what I've been telling people is we want to have the initial ones in by before Thanksgiving. I'm thinking November 15th, and then we want to have the first final, so to speak, by Christmas. Okay, and you and I both know we're talking January or February, but you know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So also these are now as you can see, these are posted on our YouTube channel.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay, that's terrific. That's terrific. Okay, so you can put Sarah's up there. The one that you have from Sarah, put that in there. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, let's see here. Can I? I'm hoping I can get that. Yeah. I'll see what I can do.
It's on. If worst comes to worst, it's on her site, and I'll give you the. Yeah, you go under Sarah Joy Hazelton, and you'll find her. Okay, buddy.
Okay.
Good
All
work.
right. Yeah. Thanks.
All right. Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Yeah.
Bye.